Welcome, dear viewers, to exercise 9 of our Microsoft Excel spreadsheet. We have the following question, which says that the figure below shows an extract of a spreadsheet file with the details of revenue earned by the Konya Road Circle drivers. Use it to answer the questions that follow. So we are going to open a spreadsheet program and create the worksheet as it appears below. Then we save the workbook as the Konya in the next exam folder to print out later. So we should open the Microsoft Excel spreadsheet program and we key in the following data as it appears. So you can see that it starts from A1 up to cell G10. So I've already done this. I open the Microsoft Excel program, then I highlight from A1 and up to G10. After selecting, I go to the borders, then I apply all borders. So I can bold the headings. So I have done that. So having done that, I go to the next question. Which says copy the content of sheet 1 to sheet 2, then you rename sheet 2 as earnings. So I go back to my program, I click above 1, then I click copy, then I click on sheet 2 and I click on paste. So I have copied that information here, which is that one. Very good. So I have copied the information from sheet 1 and I have pasted it on sheet 2. After doing that, I rename sheet 2. So I click rename and type the word earnings. You see rename sheet 2 as earnings. You just type the word earnings and you click anywhere. After that, we will proceed to the next question, which says perform the following operations on the details in the sheet named earnings. Insert a blank row above the row 1, then merge and center cells A1 to G1. Insert a blank row above row 1 and merge and center cells A1 to G1. Therefore, I go back to the application. Then I right click on row 1 and I click on insert. After inserting, I select from A1 to G1 and we are requested to apply merge and center. Therefore I click merge and center and I can click the borders that we may have borders on the ending. I can as well bold the ending. After that, we proceed to the next question, which says key in the following text, the Konya driver earnings, in the merged cells in the row inserted in 1. So we are going to type these details here, the Konya driver earnings. So I go back to my program, then I type the Konya driver earnings and I click anywhere outside. So we have that information as the title, which is the Konya driver earnings. Then you can proceed to the next question, which says using cell references only, insert a formula to calculate the grand totals for the quarterly earnings. Using the cell references only, insert a formula to calculate the grand totals for the quarterly earnings. So we are going back to our program. I click under the grand total. Alright, you'll allow me to highlight this before I proceed. I can apply the comma, like the thousand separate. I want to separate these values or these fingers. Let me see if it's going to be just a minute. Alright, I can just highlight these values for these values, I can click here and change this to general. Then I can apply the 1000 separates. Alright. So the question says that we calculate the grand total. So I just go to the auto sum and I click on sum. So the grand total is the total sum of the quarter 1, quarter 2 and quarter 3. So I go to auto sum and click sum. So it picks the cells from C4 to E4, which is the values of quarter 1, quarter 2 and quarter 3. Then I click enter. So allow me to check on. Alright, it will allow me to space accordingly. Alright, again these values, they have 2 decimal places. It will allow me to reduce the decimals to 0. So having done that, I'm told to calculate the grand total, which we have said that you simply go to the auto sum and click on sum, which has given us this formula. Then you click enter. So after getting that, you just click at the corner here and you drag down the formulas to the rest of the cells, and that is how we get the grand total. So after that, we go to the next question, which says compute the commission earned by each driver if the commission payable is based on the criteria below. So we have the criteria and we have the percentage of the grand total. So the first criteria states if the grand total should be less than 1.5 million, then the grand total should be 0%. And if the grand total ranges between 1.5 million to 2.5 million, then the grand total should be 5%. And if the grand total values are greater than 2.5 million, then the grand total percentage should be 10%. It should be awarded. So we compute the commission earned by each driver if the commission payable is based on the criterion below. So we are going to use the if function. Then we follow this criteria for us to get the commission of each particular driver. So I'll go back to our program under the commission. Then we say if, we open the brackets, then we click the grand total. So if the grand total is less than 1,500,000, comma, then you apply the quotation marks, it should give us 0%. So we write 0%, comma. Again, if we open the brackets, we still click on the grand total, is now less than 2,500,000, comma, then you apply the quotation marks, it should give us an output which is 5%, comma, then the last one, if we open the brackets, we still click on the grand total, now we say it's greater than 2,500,000, comma, quotation marks, then the output should be 10%. Close the brackets. If you look keenly, we have opened the brackets 3 times, so we should close the brackets 3 times. 1, 2, 3. Then we multiply by the grand total for us to get the commission of each particular driver. Then we click enter. So you can see that the commission for Rebecca is 3,970. So that means that this value is greater than 2.5 million. Therefore, the driver has been awarded a commission of 10% of this value, which gives us this. Therefore, after getting that answer, you just drag down the formula to apply the formulas to the others cells. Having done that, we proceed to the next question, which says create a clustered budget for the driver name, the car number against the quarter, save it as chart 1 in its own sheet. So we create a cluster and budget for the driver name, the car number against the quarter. So we go back to our program, we highlight driver name, the car number, quarter 1, quarter 2 and quarter 3, and we select all the following information under those titles: the driver name, the car number, and the 3 quarters, quarter 1, 2 and 3. Then we click on insert, then we click on the bar chart, we choose the first one. After doing that, I said we can change the layout, and the layout 5 is the best layout, so we click that. After that, I right click, then I click on cut, then I go to a new sheet and I paste that information. After that, I can just drag down to extend those details. Then still under the design, I can change the chart style and I can choose any style of my choice. So you can see that we have the chart which has details for the quarter 1, quarter 2 and quarter 3, and we have the driver names, and each driver has the specific values for each quarter for the commission that he or she has earned. So I can rename sheet 3 and call it chart 1. So I just type chart 1 and I click anywhere. So that is it. And we are told create a cluster and budget for the driver name, car number against the quarter. We have done that and we have renamed it as chart 1. Then we have the next question which says display the formulas instead of values in the sheet earnings, then you print the chart later. So we display the formulas instead of values in the sheet earnings. So I go back to our program, then I click on the earnings. So we are trying to display the formulas instead of values. So you just click under the formulas here, then you come and choose the show formulas. So click show formulas. So you can be able to see that we are displaying the formulas that we have used instead of showing the values. So just click on formulas, then you click on show formulas to display those particular formulas that have been used. So that is the end of our exercise 9 of Microsoft Excel spreadsheet. Thank you so much for watching our video. Do not forget to subscribe, like and comment, and also share with your friends. Thank you so much, and let's meet in our next video.